had somehow managed to get themselves lost in the desert
Man,
through a myriad of uninformation and general.
Didn't we find the road?
Yeah, we found the road again.
Upon being lost in the desert, they encountered a series of challenges: the heat, lamias, scorpions, finding strange structures, before stumbling upon a road where they found a strange individual being harassed by these large humanoid ant-like creatures, exoskeletons, bug eyes, to which they assisted him, losing one of their folly in the scuffle. And setting off to continue their journey. So I ask you, what do you like to do?
Find the city. But we don't know how far away we are from the city.
So can we just keep traveling on the road? What else is there to do? You know, we could
Well, you wanted to take on the bandits, all 40.
Yeah, as I previously stated, I just keep a lookout if I see their capital. But I'm not gonna, while I'm like have severe fatigue and I'm not fully healed, I'm not just gonna engage the bandits. Like, yes, I want to get rid of them, but I'm not stupid enough to think I can take them all out while I'm not on 100% of my strength.
The fatigued two of you do notice that now that you have once again found this path flanked by these pillars, the desert seems a lot cooler, almost as if
is the fatigue going away?
You're back in, as if you're back in rest almost.
So it's going away?
You were still fatigued.
Dang
that stays until you take a long rest. But you know, this path seems a lot more hospitable than the rest of the desert.
Well, my point then still stands. So
that's not how fatigue works. You're still tired.
Yeah, my point still stands then.
What time in the day is it?
Looking at the sun, you probably guess around 4 p.m.
So we
seeing as you guys left the inn at about 4 a.m., you've been walking around for about 12 hours.
Let's keep walking till we find an inn, or just sleep at night out there, die from monsters who kill us in our sleep. Sounds great. Let's go.
Yeah, we'll keep walking until we find something.
So as you guys sort of gather yourselves, continue to walk down the path, you hear a voice. Hey! You mind if I join you?
Hello? Who's there?
Hello?
You turn around, you see
who goes there?
the gentleman you guys had just saved from these ant-like creatures.
Oh, it's
just picking himself together.
Well, you tried to protect me, good sir. I don't see anything bad about you.
Well, you know, we travelers have to stick together.
We are on a noble mission, I think.
I don't really care about the mission. I just want to get out of this desert.
Yeah, us too.
Yeah, you can certainly tag along.
I guess we can call ourselves allies for now.
For now.
That's totally fine.
He kind of pushes through the group.
They don't want it.
Takes the lead.
Do you know your way around these deserts, or?
Well, I thought I did. If I did, I wouldn't be getting attacked on the side of the road now, would I?
Your sat-nav isn't very good.
And yours is any better?
I
So
have
you
a
come from over a hill.
I have a hawk.
Fat lot good, Sydney. With that, he kind of pulls his cloak over his shoulder and begins to lead you guys down the road.
Wait, he leaves us now? Why?
Lead.
Oh, lead. Sorry.
We'll just follow him.
Sure thing. So you guys kind of all look at each other, a bit perplexed by this sudden shift of personality.
Who Who is this man? Excuse me,
And,
who are
continue
you?
to progress. Oh, right, introductions.
Pretty sure he's a
Extends his
fighter.
hand. My name's Garth.
Nice.
Garf. What the hell kind of name
I
is
am
Garf?
Toriel Braveheart, a paladin in training. Nice to meet you.
I am Tiffany. What's
He
it?
kind of
Immune.
takes one of your dragon fingers and shakes it as your hand is just gigantic compared to his.
His finger. Oh, I need this in my ass.
I am Mordok of the Orc clan.
An orc. He kind of
An
stares
orc?
in the
And
face.
half orc.
Irish.
Half orc. Not much difference.
Well, I am half elf as well.
Cause fool me.
My parents
lady.
were very odd people.
Oh, I'm Tiffany.
Her Royal Highness.
Immune. If I can pronounce my surname.
Good queen, can't pronounce her last name.
Noun. No, it's noun.
You created this name! What do you mean you can't
Surname.
pronounce it?
The surname, the P is silent. I am the third queen of Valkyria.
Where now?
Valkyria.
Never heard of it. He turns around and begins to walk down the road.
Okay, bye.
I mean,
So you guys,
I think we should watch this person closely. He might have
We can
alternative.
run a check on him. I'm gonna do
it's okay. You know what? Yes, I'm not meta.
I want to do an
I don't want a
insight
meta
roll.
game. Sure, let's check.
I'm gonna do an insight roll.
Let's do the same, just for the purpose of not metagaming.
7. I have 7.
I have a 19. Wait, perception or insight? Well, either way, it's 21.
You tell me. Are you looking him up and down, or are you trying to figure out his intent?
His
Like,
intent.
what-
His intent.
Okay. Both of you intent. Alright.
21.
Tiffany, you just can't quite get a bead on him. He seems friendly, but
Mm-hmm.
he also seems a bit shady. Like, you have no real idea what's going on. Toriel, however, you can see kind of like kindness in his eyes. Just, he seems a bit of a guarded individual. But for the most part, he seems trustworthy.
Yay. I could have told you that if I metagamed. Let's go.
So you guys continue walking after Garth.
Hey, Torio, what does your nose say about this guy?
He's alright.
No.
Does he smell foul to you?
Okay, fine. I the only way I could say that if I used my divine whatever, which I forgot the name of because I'm a little stupid. Divine sense. I don't want to waste just the divine sense for someone who I just checked with my eyes and like, oh, that guy seems cool. So.
So, you guys following him, or
Yeah.
are you still a little unsure?
No. Toriel is very
Yeah,
sure he can trust this guy.
I'm kind of like eyeing Toriel.
What
Okay,
is
well,
what is Toriel
Toriel kind of.
supposed to do? In your eyes, more clips?
Nothing, I'm just being suspicious.
Okay.
So Toriel kind of chest up.
Worried because you guys
Stress out.
kind of like fatigue and shit.
It's true.
Begins to follow after Garth. Tiffany shortly behind. Murdoch kind of keeping a ginger distance. Yeah, keeping an eye on Garth, who's so confidently leading this group. Also, I'm going to make a wisdom check.
Who? Everyone?
Murdoch.
Murdoch.
Never mind then.
Saving?
Yeah, saving.
Oh, I know what's happening.
Trust
So
me,
hard
you
to
wanna
find
know.
out. No, I mean like I know what you're checking for. I don't know what's happening to you
That's
physically,
16.
and I'm really looking forward to when you don't make this. So
Dude, you have no idea. I have no control over this.
yeah, but just saying 16 is probably still good, but I'm looking
I hope
forward to
so.
when you fail.
I did fail a few times.
No, you didn't. Well, not like extremely.
So you guys progress down this road. Murdoch kind of trailing behind. You guys walk for another 5-10 minutes or so.
Oh, I thought you said hours.
You wish. At this point,
Yeah.
you come up to the road. You notice that a large portion of the desert sand has kind of been draped over the path.
Okay.
You can still see the path and the pillars which extend on to the other side, but this sand covers the path for about 200 to 300 yards.
Right.
Like to divine sense that bitch.
So as you sort of clutch your holy symbol, you take a second to focus. It's this overwhelming stench of evil again, just clogging your nostrils, completely throwing off your radar.
All right, the desert. I forgot
unable
about that
to-
part. Dang it!
Oh my god.
What's so funny? So, could just make. If one were to see if there were enemies buried in the ground, what might one roll on?
Roll an investigation.
Okay, that's 5. Pretty sure.
So you kind of get closer to this sandpit. Garth sort of stops in his tracks and begins to examine it as well. As you guys both get closer, there's this huge blinding light just explodes in front of you. You notice a fraction of a second before that the symbols on the pillars laid out along this road and sticking out of the sand, they kind of light up and draw themselves in the air in strange bluish arcane energy before turning into a disc and then shattering like glass and disappearing. As this light consumes you, you feel this intense burning heat from behind you before it dissipates.
My face!
Oh! Totally legit scream.
As the light fades, the heat from your back begins to sort of disperse out. And you notice now that in about a 200-foot radius around you, the sand has turned to grass.
Oh,
Wait, a good
going
thing
on here?
happened?
maybe
Whoa.
it's a
You know-
mirage.
You notice that half of the sand that covered this path is now mud and dirt, bits of grass sticking out of it. Almost this just unnatural circle of life in the center of this desert.
Hey
This might
Chen,
be a
did in my
mirage, guys,
backstory,
be
did the
careful.
life gorge happen or not?
Be careful, this might be a mirage.
It did, but it wasn't carved by you or
Avion.
Avion. That's one.
Well, I guess I can still say I noticed.
Evian is
kind
one
of
of the
spell.
gods, isn't he?
No, don't you worry about Avion. We'll find
The
out.
the
at one
name
point.
sounds really familiar.
Well, if I.
In the Lord of the Rings
make a
intent, by the way,
whatever.
it's it was Evian that sang the song that created the universe.
Well, this isn't quite Lord of the Rings now, is it?
What do you think's happened?
It kind of looks like Lord of the Rings.
I'm gonna do a check to see what's going on here. Hey, I rolled a 20. What would I do? Trying to add to that?
Well, you usually say what kind of check you want to do before you roll.
An arcane check to see what kind of magic this is.
I think an arcane check would be useless because the desert is so full of magic.
I've got a natural 20.
So, checking this, you're familiar with this type of magic, but you've never seen it so powerful and done on such a grand scale.
What kind of magic is it?
It appears to be some sort of dispel magic,
Right.
but this is beyond anything that you've ever encountered. This has completely sapped all magic from the area.
Guys, be careful. This is completely sapped all magic from the area.
Did it sap our magic? I'd like to check if still I have magic.
I mean, I just checked.
You checked with your knowledge. I want to check if
No,
I...
I checked with arcane.
I shoot a
Shouldn't try casting a
fireball
spell.
into the air just to see if I'm.
Yeah, I would
sized.
like to just like
I'll do
go within me and see if I can
Murdoch casts a fireball, and he raises his hand. You notice this sort of arcane reddish surge swirl up to his hand before it shoots off into the air, explodes into a ball of fire.
No, I still have my magic.
Right.
Was he
I'll
in
do
the
this.
circle in the light?
I'll do the simplest
You're
spell I
gonna look
have.
at. Are you checking?
I'm pretty sure you can
Yeah.
tell me.
Check, please. I want to
So,
do the simplest spell. I
As you
have.
turn around to look at Murdoch, you notice that his hood is down, and by the sides of his eyes, he has these almost burn marks, which sort of extend around to the side of his head.
Wait, what?
They're kind of like ashy scorch marks.
Mordok? Mordok? Are you alright? Mordok?
All this time, I've been evil.
What a plot twist! Can I...
I'm ignoring you, by the way.
Are you? What if I go over to you and pull down your hood?
His hood is already down.
I thought you said he had his hood off.
No.
His hood is down, so you can
It's
see
down.
his head.
You can
It's
see
exposed.
my head.
I don't know, for me down
This-
means like over the head, but
Sorry, yeah, it's
it's
round
my
his neck.
logic.
There's this tuft of little orcish hair on the top of his head. Not too much, as you'd expect from a half-orc, but features are still the same. Everything about him seems the same. It's just he now has these ashy scorch marks to the sides of his eyes.
Are they there? Like, have they just been made?
What happened to you, Mordok? What is this?
You've never noticed them before. You're unaware if they're new or if they've just become apparent.
Yeah, I always had my hood on.
Oh, they were always there.
Birthmark.
Oh,
Can I check if I can use my magic, please?
Sure, go ahead.
I'm just I'm gonna summon a cantrip called Exponential. No, I'm not gonna do that actually. No,
I'm
never
just
mind
gonna
that.
do the thing that we did back in the
I'll
town,
just
just like
summon
sort of
Mage Hand,
use the
'cause that's,
arcane
like,
match,
the least-
just the arcane
Stop!
forces essence.
I summon Mage Hand just to see it's my least deadly spell.
Okay. So Toriel takes a moment to sort of focus out on her holy sigil. And this arcane energy sort of begins to surge within you, inside your core,
Yay,
filled with the warm light of Bahamut that you're so familiar with.
yay.
As you look up, you notice Tiffany mutter a few words under her breath. And a ghostly hand seems to shoot forwards before sort of cracking in the air and then exploding into small glass-like colorless shards.
And then there's just kind of guard standing there, like, what the fuck are these guys doing?
Well, it looks like my magic's a bit limited.
Garth's still amazed at like how there's this huge circle of just grass and
Oh,
dirt in the middle of the desert, and he's
I
still
guess-
examining this pile.
I guess my magic's quite limited here.
what do you mean limited?
Can everyone go ahead and make a perception check?
Yeah, I can. Perception is ein 7.
7, Tiffany?
18.
14.
So, Toriel, who's still so concerned with what's going on with Murdoch, why he's just suddenly laughing in the middle of the road, and
Wait, he's laughing?
he was laughing.
Oh.
And this explosion of life that seemed to flow into this area. Tiffany, as you're looking off into the distance, you notice sand sort of jumping up and then falling back into place. Jumping up as it gets closer and falling back into place. And jumping up again. And this time you notice a flash of scales. And then it goes back to being silent. And then
Wait,
you
what
notice no more
jumped up and
jumps.
down?
You have no idea.
Okay.
Sand.
Cool. Is there physically anything we want to do with this grass, or... You know, we could dig down, we could rest here.
Guys,
Yeah,
there's
Chad,
sand
is
jumping
it as
around.
hot on this thing
Guys.
as like in the desert?
Guys, there's sand jumping around.
DM, is it like in the shape of a circle, or?
It's perfectly circular.
Is it as hot as in the rest of the desert in that circle?
Well, I'll take a note in my.
No, actually. It seems as if you're standing in a field.
Do we want
That's what
to
it feels like. to you.
rest here?
I mean, I've just said there's sand jumping around.
Around the circle or in the circle?
I just saw sand.
Okay.
Well, there's no sand in the circle, is there?
Told me
Maybe
there
it
was
jumped
sand.
in.
You just told me there was sand.
So this circle is only a 200-foot radius kind of
You-
circle. Outside
say
of that is still
only.
desert.
But 200 foot is a lot.
You told me I could see sand.
Yeah, in the distance you notice sand sort of jumping towards your position.
Guys, there's sand coming towards us.
Great.
I summon my hawk to see what's going on and just scout out around it up ahead. Just to see what's going on, like what is it looking, just to keep an eye out to what's going on.
So you send your hawk up, and through your telepathic link, the hawk kind of tells you movement west. Scales
My hawk saying movement
large.
large scales.
Is
I'm
west
wondering-
the way we need to go?
And it might be another Lemia.
Judging from the sun, the path probably continues to the north and sort of southish, and then sort of curves off to the east. Sorry.
Well, do we just want to run? Because I don't want to fight some huge scale monsters while we're all kind of shit.
I mean, we can run.
We all have our horses, though. Don't we?
I have sprint, which is like I can infinitely sprint for a while. So if you want to pelt it, we can try pelting it.
Okay, here's what
As you guys kind of stand there talking to one another, you notice a large pile of sand sort of jump over the edge of the circle, and as it does fall over the circle, it turns to dirt and grass in the air and sort of falls on top of the edge.
It looks like we're kind of safe here.
Looks like we have to fight no matter what. So ready your weapons, boys.
No,
or-
it's just turned into dirt. Why would we have to fight it?
Yeah, the
Unless it's
sand
like-
turned into dirt. Wait, it's
At
not.
this point,
It's still coming towards us, right? Now dirt is coming towards us.
at this
Well.
point, where that sand fell over and turned into dirt, this huge scaled beast extends its head from the sand, standing at around 30 feet above you.
Is it a dragon?
Light underbody, greenish scaled back. It's very slim. Looking up, you notice that there are kind of fins coming off the side of its head. And where you'd expect to see a sort of snake-like apparition of some sort, it's scaled, but it's almost humanoid.
So is it draconic origin? You know, it's like me. It looks like a really big version of me.
It has no arms or legs. It's literally just a scaled snake-like body.
Oh, shit.
If you want to roll a
I just like to talk to it and
roll a history. You can try that as well.
Yeah, I do that. Like,
I'll roll a history too.
hello.
As you kind of looks at
14.
you, this snakish tongue licks out from beneath its lips.
Does it understand me? Does it respond? No?
It just stares at you.
Yeah, we both have a 14. On history.
23.
"23," you said, Murdoch.
Yeah.
You've briefly heard of Tori and Tiffany. You're not entirely sure what this being is. You assume it to be some sort of giant and large snake. Murdoch, you've heard of guardians which protect the desert from sources of grand evil.
Do we look like grand evil?
That sounds like a name, doesn't it? Mordok might be evil.
I think that's one of the guardians. I've heard a skilled snake-like creature.
What does it
I mean-
Is
and against what?
protects the desert from evil.
I mean, I'm not evil.
I
As
say
you say that, Murdoch, its head comes down to the floor, passes over into the circle, and begins to slide along the top of this dirt,
I say in
very
In
slowly
common?
getting closer to you.
I say in common and then repeat in draconic. We mean you no harm, we come in peace.
We're just travelers.
It
Trying
continues
to
to
get
slowly
to
get
the
to the
town
side
of
of this path.
Do we just like wanna run away?
And at this point,
You know what?
it's around 10 to 20 feet from you, 15 feet-ish from you.
I just ran my hammer
And
into the
begins to
ground
stand
and
up.
stands there stoically.
I shield myself.
I walk backwards a little bit.
I shield myself.
Of course, I could be wrong. This could be another creature that's trying to eat us.
Speak the ancient tongue.
Turiel, I think
Uh,
it's talking to you.
What language did it talk in?
It's spoken common.
Then it didn't talk to me.
It's looking straight at you.
At me?
It's kind of got its eye on all of you, but it seems to be focusing mainly on you.
Then I say in draconic. What do you mean, ancient tongue?
And this time it does reply in Draconic.
I can speak common.
Languages. Stem.
Chen,
Wait,
I
what?
can speak. I speak common.
Jen, I barely understand what you're saying.
All languages stem from the tongue.
Oh. What do you seek of us?
I protect this place.
Creature, we mean no harm. Have you been disturbed by anything?
You bring evil here
Evil?
to my domain.
Who is evil?
Who? Where is this evil you speak of?
At which point, its body now, as it begins to rise up even higher, its tail just leaves the sand at this point, and you get the sense that from the to the edge of the circle to where it's standing up, it's around 40 to 50 feet in complete length, head to tail.
Me? Wait, me? Why am I
It looks over all of you, and its body snakes down again and begins to surround you in a large circle
Tell us,
on the path.
why are we evil?
This is ancient magic.
We did not cast this magic. We merely
I do
observed
not
it.
see another here.
Just
Magic does not operate in this place.
whatever we did not try to do it. It happened by complete accident. We only seek safe passage through this desert.
At this point, it puts its head to the side and looks around you towards Garth, who's dumbfounded by what's happening. He's kind of, he's clenching his weapon. He's keeping himself very, closed together, ready to jump into a fight if need be, but he seems pretty perturbed by this whole circumstance. And he looks over Murdoch with a very intense gaze, and back to Tiffany with the same ire. And what of you?
What of me? I want to get to the nearest town to be safe.